One of the tools that you're going to use in this class is a Java development environment called Eclipse. Now, I say Java development environment. It started as that. It does development environments for a ton of different languages at this point. So we can see quite easily eclipse.org/downloads. I'll copy this out and put a link out there. But I want to show you installing it in real time. The only thing I've done in advance here is I already have Java installed on my machine from a long time ago. You'll have to have Java installed. And then I downloaded it just to not have to wait for that. But eclipse.com.download, you click the download button, and then you click download button from one of these mirror sites. When I hit download, my Windows 10 asked me if I wanted to keep it because it was a .exe. If you're running on Mac, you might have something quite similar where when you go to install it, you might have to give it permissions, but I'm going to go ahead and click on this now. It's actually going to show up on my other machine, my other screen here. I dual screen setup. So it has a little screen that says Eclipse installer by Oomph, OOMPH right there. Um, that popped up, and then this came up. So you can see Java developers, enterprise Java developers, C, C++ developers, web and WebScript developers, PHP developers, all sorts of options. Maybe someday you'll do enterprise Java or one of these other ones. I'm just going to do the basic one right here, basic Java developers. And so then you can pick your location. I actually might have it installed somewhere already, which is possibly why it's remembering this. But notice here, mine's on my E drive. I have two hard drives, a solid state drive and a backup drive, and I put things that aren't critical to run super fast on my backup drive, and that's I guess why it chose the E drive because, as I said, I probably have it installed there somewhere. But you can pick whatever location you want to, or if you're just single drive, just let it take the default. Um, so I hit the install button. Let's see how it goes. Kind of like an unboxing video here. We get to see and be surprised what if anything happens along the way. So Eclipse is a tool that has a lot going on. So you're going to want to practice using Eclipse itself a little bit. Eclipse has a lot of features that you won't need, and it's not necessarily the easy, basic, tool that some of the others are. There's a tool out there called what is it? It's well, let me think of that other name. It is BlueJ. Yes, that's it. That is specifically built for teaching people Java, and it's ridiculously simple. In some ways, it's kind of cool because if you've never programmed before, it's a good place to get started. But it's kind of too simple for doing complex stuff at the same time. All right. Unaccepted cannot be. All right. Well, I don't. That was supposed to be something I had plugged in from beforehand. So I'm going to go ahead and accept this and it'll go forward from there. If you see something like that, it's okay to just accept it um, and move along. All right. So I think that's it. I mean, Eclipse, generally speaking, has always been a lightweight download. I know at one point in the past, it might still be true, that Eclipse, you could just kind of zip it up, ship it to somebody else. They could unzip it and be ready to go. It doesn't have a whole lot of tie-ins to the operating system. But at this point, then I'm going to hit launch. Again, on my other screen, I see an Eclipse IDE little launch image here, and then I come up to asking me for a workspace. So the workspace is going to be kind of critical because that's where it's going to create your projects, store your files. So you want to pick a spot where you want that to keep stuff. So the default here is under the user directory Eclipse workspace. If that's fine, then great. I like to sometimes put stuff in my Dropbox so that way everything's saved, assuming you have enough space, Dropbox, OneDrive, Google Drive, whatever. That means everything's always backed up. You don't, and has version history automatically. These can become, fairly high data environments though, so you got to watch that a little bit. So pick a spot that works for you. All right, so we'll get more into Eclipse in other videos, but and we'll probably just start from here. So I will leave you to it to get it installed, and if there's problems, let me know.